Hello, you're watching The Luna Show, and right now I have a treat. His name is Jamal Milan. Hi,
Hi, how
how
you
are you?
doing? I'm fine.
Good. What's been going on?
Nothing much, hanging in there. Just living life.
You do a lot of things. You sing, you do the old way, you walk face, you do face performance. Tell us a little bit about your history in the scene.
I came onto the scene in 1987. I walked my first ball in 1988. The first category I walked was body, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, model's body.
Well, I could believe that because I've seen some recent pictures of you.
Those are Jamaican pictures. I was in Jamaica, not porn or anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, no.
It was on your MySpace. It couldn't be that bad. So,
But yeah, started walking body, then got over that, walked face of performance, then got over that, and started walking the old way. That's what I do now.
so you what intrigued you to do change, from body to do the old way? What was it about the old way that you were intrigued with?
When I first saw Jerome Pendarvis, I'm sure you know him because you used to be in his house.
Yep.
The way he vogued just amazed me, from his stretch to his arms to the neck breaker dips that he did. And after seeing him and Jason Ovanis, that's when I decided that I wanted to vogue. And I started teaching myself, actually.
And so everything that you know you did yourself, that's your own.
Right, but I learned from watching those two.
Do other elements like maybe watching karate films and things like that
Yeah,
come into the picture?
karate, Scooter, my son, me and Scooter practice a lot in the house. And usually when I start off voguing, I do like a gymnastic pose. And I try to imagine myself on like a balance beam or something to keep my precision. As well as watching karate movies and self-defense movies, any type of fighting moves. I use those in my old way as well.
What you started off in the House of Adonis, or
Yes.
So tell us a little bit history of the House of Adonis and how that came about. And
The House of Adonis was started by Alan Adonis, who was dark and lovely face back then. He started with Richard Adonis, and I believe it was the year 1985. I joined the house in 88 after walking their first house ball at the Elks Lodge. And I walked a face of performance. And although I didn't win, everybody was impressed with me. And people were asking me to join their houses, but Harmonica Sunbeam is my gay mother. So she was in Adonis at the time, and I joined the house that she was in because I felt like I knew her the best, so why not follow your mother? You know what I mean? Shortly after I joined the House of Adonis, Alan turned the house over to Harmonica, i.e. Dorian Adonis, and she ran the house for about 7 years before she decided to no longer participate in the ballroom scene and full-time do her drag shows.
what did Harmonica walk?
She walked sportswear, she walked Skirts Ahoy, she walked realness, and won
Really?
all these categories, mind you, yes.
Really? I didn't know
She
that.
walked drag,
I mean, I knew she was in
walked
the scene, but
female figure performance. She walked a lot of
Really?
things, yeah.
wow.
They also used to call her, when I was coming out, they used to call her Kansai Dorian because she used to always wear Kansai pieces whenever she walked sportswear. So.
That's hot. That's a little history I didn't even know. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew she was a part of the ball scene, but I didn't know until how extended it was.
Yeah,
so.
she actually took me to my first ball in '87, which was the Extravaganza Ball at the Latin Quarters in Manhattan.
Okay. And so right now you're in Milan.
Yes,
And
forever.
but before that, well, you were in Milan before, right? And then you went to Balenciaga? Or
Yes, I was in Milan, and then I left the House of Milan to become a Balenciaga in 2002, and stayed there for 3 years. Then I felt the desire to go back home, and left the house respectfully. Me and Harold are still very good friends, and went back home to the House of Milan.
Okay. Well, I love the House of Milan.
Thank you.
Everybody
we love
knows
you
that. So what in terms of your outside of the balls, you are a singer.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I started singing at the age of 16, writing my own songs. I used to baa like a sheep. You know how sheep go baa? I used to do that in order to riff my voice vocally.
Also, do that again.
Baa. So what I did was I would baa like a sheep and then break it down slowly till the baas turn into baa. You know? And I started writing songs, doing fashion shows and stuff. And then I got signed to Arista Records under Soul System in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a song on the Bodyguard soundtrack, which was called "It's Gonna Be a Lovely Day," track number 9. If anyone has
Yeah,
the
I
Bodyguard
remember that. That's
soundtrack.
one of the other songs I play in that.
Yeah,
So you're in that?
yeah. I'm singing the hook on that song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we
That's a
toured
kiki.
overseas in the United States.
Uh-huh.
After that, we were having kind of a lot of problems in the group, and Clive Davis decided to disband us. And after that, I've just been singing and independently writing my own songs. I actually produced a album of my own of like 16 original songs, and I sold like 50,000 copies within a year on my own, out of my own car and through friends and family and stuff like that. And now what I'm doing is I'm not really looking for a record deal anymore. I'm more so trying to teach and do background work or like studio work and write, because you can make a lot of money that way. And plus, personally, I feel I'm too old to be gyrating and, participating in those type of dances that the kids do today. I can't do.
Well, that's not true, because
I
going
can
back
dip.
to the ball.
I can dip, but I can't do the stanky leg or nothing like that. I can't do nothing.
Well, you don't need to do that. I mean, Luther did it.
Well, yeah, but today's music has changed to me. It's not really
Yeah.
the same. It's more about hip hop and.
But I'm sure
that
you have your
upbeat
own
beat.
following,
Yeah, I'm still doing it, but I'm more so trying to focus on the background and writing songs for people and stuff like that. More of the legends in the scene should teach kids in the scene about more categories, and even the different categories, not just the regular same old categories. Like we had stuff like Town and Country, Face of Performance, Skirts Ahoy, stuff like that.
Hair
Or
affair.
like Hair Affair, Designer's Delight. If we could bring those categories back, that might bring some new blood into the ballroom scene.
Yeah.
And it's, I think we also need to keep the old way going. I think that if we don't, we're going to lose a lot of talent in the ballroom scene. I think right now a lot of people are focused on Vogue Femme, which is great, but a lot of the things you can do in the old way, there's no limitations. You can do cartwheels, you can jump off the stage, you can do a lot of things to make the category exciting. Some people say, oh, I don't want to walk the category because it's not exciting. Well, make it exciting. There are really no limits in the
I actually
old way.
think it's very exciting to watch.
Depending on who you watch, right? It's all about being exciting, crowd-pleasing, eye-catching. Those are the main things I try to teach when I'm teaching somebody the old way, because if you're walking the old way, it's a performance category, so you have to perform.
What do you see the future of the ballroom scene? Like, what direction do you see it going?
I see it going mainstream, which is why I've decided to start assisting in documenting a lot of the history in the ballroom scene. And I say that by, I created a ballroomcommunity.blog.com. And on that blog, I would like everybody to create their own blog and just send me the link so that I can upload it. And just put your first and last name, whatever house you're in. And so this way, if anybody in the ballroom scene or outside the ballroom scene, they can look at that blog and find out more about you, find out more about the ballroom scene, find out more about houses. Because there are a lot of people that want to know, like I would love to know the history or how certain people became interested in the ballroom scene, or who influenced certain people in the ballroom scene. I think that that's important. So if anybody out there wants to create a blog, go to blog.com, create your blog, and just send me the link. My email is jasinger, SINGER, 21 @AOL.com.